you doing? I am Zoe and you are in my little cake studio here, Sugar Street Studios. The reason that I'm filming this video is to introduce you to our brand new product, which is this, candy clay. What is it? What is candy clay? What is it? What is it? Well, candy clay is essentially a sculpting chocolate. It is a paste, it is a medium for sculpted cakes, for novelty cakes, for awkward shaped cakes, for bust cakes, for faces, and in smaller quantities also can be used to model toppers. This stuff is like it says on the tin. It's like a clay. You can patchwork, build up whatever it is you're either modeling or covering and blend and smooth to your heart's content. Not only that, but you can come back to it 24, 48 hours later and still work on it and still provide a piece of work that looks flawless, that has no joins in it, that has no seams in it, that has no elephant skin in it. So if you are either a beginner to carved cakes or you are someone that really enjoys sculpting or small scale modelling but just struggles to get the finish that you want in the time that you need, then this may well be the paste for you. So when you get your candy clay, it comes in a tub like this, resealable. So it's stored in the plastic, and I recommend you keep the plastic bag so that you can put the paste back in again. So you can see that this is pretty hard. You can hear that, right? So what I do is I generally just cut off what I need and then knead that by hand. The warmth of your hands is going to activate this paste and make it softer. Just as I'm kneading it and pushing it, it's becoming a little softer. The colour will go slightly paler as you work it. So that, after a little bit of working, has now become this lovely, almost putty-like consistency. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to put this block in the microwave at 200 watts. And I'm going to keep an eye on it, probably for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then I'm going to show you, you can see at the moment, there is just no way I'm going to knead that, but I'm just going to show you with very gentle heating how I can get that big block into this lovely workable state without me working up a ridiculous sweat. Okay, I'm back. I've just put this in the microwave and you can just see that it's beginning to yield. I had it on 200 and actually I ended up putting it on for about 30 seconds in the end. But you can see that I can now knead it. Now if you overheat this, it might become a little greasy, I suppose, for want of a better word, in which case just leave it alone, let it cool back down to room temperature and it will be fine again. So you can see, just after a 30-second blitz, just how lovely and easily pliable the paste has become. Smooth. And it's that smoothness that is going to allow us to release the inner sculptor. Okay, let's see it in action, shall we? So I want to show you how the clay works in action, but just to give you some idea of the sorts of things that you can make with the clay. Small scale. These are decorative fruits, part of a bigger cake that I made. This is the perfect subject for small sculpted objects that you don't necessarily need to be made out of modelling paste because it's much softer to eat. or toppers for cakes. So this fox, he's made from rice cereal mix underneath, and then he's sculpted in candy clay on top. The other thing, of course, and the way that I use it the most, is actually as a cake covering for a sculpted cake. And I'm just going to show you very briefly how I have managed to achieve this on this lion. I do have a full tutorial, so if you want to watch how this lion has come to life, then you can. But we'll just flip over and I filmed some of the process so you can just see how I've used the candy clay to bring this guy to life. So I'm going to start by just rolling a little ball into a teardrop. I'm just going to start filling in these eyes. And you can just see how simply I'm doing it. I'm literally rolling logs and sausages and then either using my fingers or my tool to roll and blend. Roll and blend. User friendly, this is the key. So our lion is coming to life. I just want to show you how I can just add pieces to the sculpture and how easily it blends. I want to put some extra definition around his eyes. I'm going to use my fingers to begin with. Just going to slowly blend. And hopefully you can just see how easily that addition of candy clay is just literally melting into the sculpture. And this is probably, I'm doing this slowly and I'm filming, this is probably about 3 hours after I started. And the heat of my hands is just basically reactivating the clay and allowing for that blending. If you want to create a small little topper to go on your cake or a few little decorations, this is also the perfect medium for it. So I'm going to, what should we make? Should we make a little mouse? Let's take 2 balls, which we flatten with our hands, which are going to be our mouse's ear. Do the same the other side. There it is, right? Now what I want to do, either you can use your fingers or using a tool, is just to blend these ears into my mouse. And you can see I'm using my fingers to pinch and thin the paste. I'm using my tool and my fingers to blend. Small little things, you can make big things. You can also use candy clay in mould, actually. Really useful and quick and versatile for quick decorations. You literally just pop it in like that, and with the minimal amount of corn flour dusted in there, out that pops. Let's have a quick look at how we can colour the candy clay. Couple of housekeeping tips for you. Always store it in the plastic bag, and the tub that it comes in, that's going to keep it nice and fresh. Store it in a cool, dry place, out of direct sunlight, but not in the fridge. Now, talking about the fridge, you can use the fridge to bring the temperature of your clay down. So, candy clay responds to temperature, responds to the heat in your hands, it responds to the temperature in the room. We're all slightly different. Some of us have warm hands, some of us have cold hands. How quickly the paste becomes pliable and how soft it becomes will depend on the temperature on your hands, and that's different for all of us. If you find when you're working on a piece, especially something smaller, like our little 2-second mouse head here, if it's just getting too soft and it's not holding its shape in the way that you want it to, pop it in the fridge, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If it's a bigger piece, 15, 20 minutes, just let it cool down. Run your hands under cold water too, dry them, then take the piece out of the fridge and start working on it again. It will be nice and firm. Don't leave it in the fridge overnight though. Don't store it in the fridge. The reason being is that it will get so cold that you run the risk when you bring it out and it adjusts to room temperature that it might sweat or produce condensation, and that is something that you want to avoid, especially if you've already coloured the paste. In the reverse, if you say, for example, this guy here was finished 24 hours ago, he's now quite firm. If I want to come back in and add something to it, but he's cold, do the reverse, warm him up. Use your hands to cup the area that you want to work on. The piece that you want to add, work that well so it's very, very pliable. And you will see slowly, slowly, bit by bit, as you work on it with your thumbs, with your fingers, that the heat will just regenerate that paste and it will soften, it will yield under your touch. So temperature is a really key factor. I have brought out candy clay because I love sculpting and I love cake sculptures, and the way that the world of cake decorating is going is we're getting further and further into the world of art and artistic techniques. So it's about time that we have some mediums that help us to achieve those amazing designs that we have in our minds, or even just to help out beginners, children who've not done this before but need some helpful materials to get them there. Hopefully candy clay will do that. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions, if I've missed anything at all, then you can find me at Sugar Street Studios, Facebook, Instagram, find my website, send me a message. I'm on YouTube. I'll be there to answer your questions, so please get in touch. And equally, if you make anything from candy clay, let me know. Let's see it, let's share it. Let's get everybody sculpting.